So GTA 6 trailer 2, what is going down? Obviously 12/27 has come and gone. We didn't get anything. The 27 theory ended up not being real, at least from what we understand. Obviously we didn't get any trailer. We didn't get a release date. We didn't get screenshots on 12/27. So what's the deal? What is Rockstar Games doing besides the obvious of just kind of chilling on their vacation during the holidays? But what is the situation surrounding GTA 6? When are we actually going to get trailer 2? We're going to talk about it in this video, so check the video chapters for easy viewing and let's get into it. Okay, so starting off, let's go ahead and just address the elephant in the room. We didn't get trailer 2 or any news on 12/27. The only thing that we got was a Rockstar Games merch sale, and that's what they posted at 9 a.m. on 12/27, and everything else has just been radio silence. What does that mean though? Like, are we getting the trailer this year? Are we even going to get the trailer next year? Or has the game officially been delayed internally? Will they even make that 2025 deadline? Did the 27 number mean something else? Perhaps February 7th is when we'll get the trailer. Honestly, at this point, with the end of the year basically coming to a close, I don't think we're going to get any news from Rockstar Games or Take-Two Interactive. So that means we will have to wait until next year for news about GTA 6, if they even give us news then. At this point, it's a toss-up, but the reality is we know that the game is coming out. It's at least a year, maybe a year and a half away. So if I were to give my best guess on when we're going to get something next year, it would be sometime around the investors meeting, or rather the quarterly investors call. So I've got a feeling that that's when we'll get it. And by it, I don't mean like a trailer. I mean just any type of news. We'll have to wait until next year during one of the investors calls. So let's say that GTA 6 is still coming out next year. We'll talk about when I think the official release date will be in just a minute, but let's just say that we get it sometime next year. The November 6th, 2024 investors meeting was going over Q2 of 2025. So in February of 2025, that is when the investor meeting for Q3 of 2025 will be going down. Q3 is likely the window that we will get GTA 6 released if it still releases this year, which that would put the window around July, August, and September. Q4 is obviously October, November, and December. It still could possibly release in Q4, like sometime in October, but I have a feeling that if it still releases next year, September will be the release date. I'm sure their goal is to try to repeat the success of GTA 5, which that happened to release in September as well. So yeah, basically by February of next year, that is when we should get some news for GTA 6. Now, it could be a release date. It could be a year-long delay. Perhaps we'll get some screenshots before then. But either way, by February, we should have some sort of an idea of what's going down with GTA 6. Now, if February comes and we get no news and we have to wait until like the following investors meeting for us to get any type of news, then straight up GTA 6 is getting a year-long delay. Like if February comes around and they don't say anything, it's Jover. And by year-long delay, I mean it won't release until 2026. But if February comes around and we get a gameplay trailer, perhaps screenshots or just some type of news, then 2025 is still on the menu. If they give us a gameplay trailer in February, that would still give them plenty of time to market the game and hype everything up for that inevitable Q3 release date. But that would be kind of cutting it. Like February to September is like a 7-month window, and typically marketing for games is around 6 to 9 months. So a September release would still work, but they're kind of cutting it. But at the end of the day, they don't really need a large marketing window. They just straight up, like the entire industry was talking about the number 27 for like 5 days straight, thinking that December 27th is when we're going to get news for GTA 6. It ended up not happening, but still the conversation around GTA was happening. Like Rockstar's out here doing psychological warfare for their marketing for GTA 6. It truly is on another level. So really, they don't need a long marketing schedule. Like, dude, all they really need to do is drop a gameplay trailer and then give us a release date, and that's all we need. That is all they have to do. Like, the marketing is going to do it themselves just by name recognition and word of mouth. This game is going to sell like hotcakes, and it's only a matter of time. All they have to do is pull the trigger. So now let's talk about the release date for GTA 6. Let's be honest, guys. We didn't get any news this year, and I said in my last videos that if we didn't get an official release date in 2024, then there is a strong possibility that a year-long delay to 2026 is possible. GTA 6 is going to be a massive game. It is the biggest game in development right now. It's been in development for years, but the scale of this game is like no other. They obviously have the single-player component, but then they have the multiplayer component, which is going to be a big thing for them. I mean, GTA Online is still currently making them a lot of money, so that's one of the reasons why they've kind of been patient with GTA 6. So not only is the single-player component just a massive undertaking, but the multiplayer multiplayer aspect is going to be just as big, if not bigger of an undertaking, especially because they're going to try to build off of the hype of the first one. They obviously want to make sure that their next project is just as good, if not better. When GTA Online officially launched back in October of 2013, it was a pretty solid size, but this next game, obviously with the map being much bigger, that means that there's more content that they have to fill, and that takes a lot of time. Now they could adopt the GTA Online strategy of kind of just release it, get it out in the wild with all of the kinks and everything that's bad, all the bugs and issues, and then fix it later. Like, that's kind of the live service model that we've come to know, especially in modern day AAA gaming. But with today's day and age, first impressions are very important. So I have a feeling that if GTA Online for GTA 6 isn't in a stage where it's ready, at least for the first month of content, maybe the first battle pass or whatever, however they decide to do it, if that content is not ready, then they're just not going to release the base game. Because if you don't have GTA Online that's ready and all you have to do is flip a switch to turn it on, then they're not going to do it. Like, straight up, they want the momentum of the first initial people that are playing the game. That next month, they want those players who have just finished the story mode to immediately jump into GTA Online. Rockstar is obviously going to make a crap ton of money on just the initial launch, the single player component, but again, their biggest money maker is GTA Online, and if that's not ready, then the game's not going to launch. So there's a strong possibility that the entirety of GTA 6 gets delayed to 2026 just so that they could prep and make sure that the content is ready for GTA Online whenever they decide to flip that switch. But who knows, maybe they're just in the current stage of polishing the game right now. Honestly, if it does come out next year, then they should be in the QA testing phase, fixing all the bugs, polishing things, adding more detail to the game, and of course, building out that GTA Online content for day one. So now the big question is when is this thing going to officially release? Are we actually going to get it next year? And if we do, when is that going to be? Like I said, I think September, possibly October is the release date if we get a 2025 release. But for 2026, things might be a little bit different. I think if we have to wait until 2026, I think that there's a strong possibility that they could just push the game back an entire year and make us wait until September of 2026 to get the game. But I do think there's a slight possibility that they'll announce and release the game in the summer of 2026 if they end up delaying it sometime between June, July, and August. But honestly, if they wait until Q2, then they might as well just push the game back a little bit further and release it in September of 2026. Now, I've seen some people are like, the game is going to get delayed until 2027. That's why the number 27 has been trending. They're going to push the game back to 2027. So that way they've got enough time to release this game and have all of the GTA Online content done. Like, honestly, if they delay this thing to 2027, year one and probably part of year two of GTA Online should already be ready. That's obviously worst case scenario. 2027 release would be absolutely disastrous. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. When do you think GTA 6 will release? Are we getting it 2025? Are we going to get it in 2026? Or will we have to wait until 2027 for GTA 6 to release? That's going to wrap it up with this video. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel with your notifications turned on. And until next time, this has been Wes, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.